Hayden, it's Coach Benlin here, just breaking down some of your swings. You asked me in the last session, how do I hit the outer half, right? How do I hit the pitch that's running away from me? And I kind of wanted to dedicate a lot of this video to answering that question. I told you I'd get back to you, so I kind of broke down a couple of your swings, saw some of the flaws with the outer half stuff. I put it into a document that I'll send over to you like usual. And then a couple of videos at the end. I want to show you that deals specifically with the outer half. Um, so points of emphasis that we're going to focus on here. How do we hit the outer half pitch? How do we drive the ball to the right center field gap? And how do we hit off-speed pitches from a right-handed pitcher? A lot of the stuff that we're simulating uh, in the sessions is, having the weight back, slow flips to the outside part of the plate, seeing if you're pulling off. Are you seeing the ball deep? Things like that. And I want to make sure that we turn, that question you had, rather than be a weakness, into a strength. So let's look at some of the keys here, and then I'll show you one of the loops and a couple of the videos. The first thing we have to make sure that we're doing when we're talking about the outer half, right, is we want to make sure we're seeing the ball deep. It's very difficult to hit this kind of pitch, especially off speed from a right-handed pitcher. Um, it's hard to get in front of that pitch and really drive it to the right side. We preach that if you see the ball deep, you track the ball all the way 60 feet, 6 inches, your head's down, shoulder to shoulder. And if you're seeing that pitch deep all the way into the barrel and you're attacking almost at the back part of the zone, it's a lot easier to shoot that off the right field or flip it off the right field. Um, as we talk about a lot in the sessions. In the same kind of mindset, we want to make sure that we're letting the ball travel. We don't have to lunge to go get the ball. We need to be patient, sit back, keep our weight back, stay balanced, especially if you're used to velocity and a guy's throwing, fastball, 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 and then throw something off speed. We can't end up on our front foot. We want to make sure that we're balanced, that we're keeping our weight back, and we're not transferring all that weight to the front foot. I tried to find one of the clips where you got a lot of outside pitches here, and I kept seeing that your weight's going forward, and it's very difficult to be patient and see the ball deep. A lot of the stuff that I talk about with the outer half is the bottom hand, making sure that bottom hand is leading the way, not trying to control the barrel. When I show you some of the clips in the loop, you're gonna see you're trying to drop the barrel on it, being top hand dominant, and it's really hard to hit that outer half when you're dominating with the right hand, that your right hand, your top hand at the point of contact. Finish the path that bottom hand, extend through the baseball. And the last part I put was throw the hands to the right fielder or the first baseman. Throw them that way. Let them finish all the way out in front. Extend that way. We talk about the path of the knob. Let the knob get out there, pointing towards that pitch, and avoid finishing in your pocket, letting those hands wrap around, you know, right into your left pocket. I broke them down into some different Twitter videos I want to show you as well. But before we do that, let's take a look at one of the video loops that I found. I think it was one of our outer half days when we're focusing on the outer half. And the first three pitches here, you kind of attack them three different ways. And I want to show you some of the things I'm talking about here. So I'll let it play a couple times. That's a rollover on an outer half. This one, you have the right idea. You kind of lift it to right center field. You want to drive that pitch. And then this one here, um, you lose your balance and your head pops out, and real difficult to hit the outer half if that's happening. So let me kind of step through this here. Here's your load. Pitch is coming in. You see how you're traveling to your front foot right here? And look, by the time the point of contact happens, look how you're all the way over your front foot, completely over your front foot, right? It's an outer half pitch that we want to drive that way. Instead, you're almost out in front like you're going to pull it. And then right here, you kind of realize as your head, opens up, that this is going to be real difficult to hit to the right side. Ends up being a rollover to the shortstop, which is very common for guys trying to pull outside pitches. Scrolling through to the next swing in the loop. You do a better job here, making a good adjustment, staying back a little more, trying to see the ball a little bit deeper. It's a little lofty, but the concept's kind of right here. High pitch coming in, right? You're tracking right there. A little deeper. See how it's almost towards your back hip here? Your hands are leading the way a little bit here, and you kind of lift it out to right field. Your hands drop a little bit, see how low they are? You get under the baseball and you kind of guide it out there to right field, almost like a sac fly to right. We want to make sure that we're driving through this baseball and shooting that right center field gap. I think a lot of it has to do with your head movement, though. We've talked about it before. Tracking with your head, and right here, real difficult to. Let me draw on the screen for 1 second. Real difficult to see what you are hitting. You know, if we're trying to assume here that you're looking here, if the point of contact is going to be back here. Very difficult to, see that last, 12 inches of movement, especially with the off speed. This is where the late breaking stuff kind of gets you. So talk about the head movement, and I'll show you Nolan Arenado in a minute and a drill he does. Let me clear it. The third swing here, play it through. And this is the one that where you kind of exposes some of your flaws here. Balance and the head movement. Uh, Going through here, pitch is coming in. See the eyes light up. And right here, right? Hands drop, barrel drops, head is opening up all the way. Balance, your back foot is going, towards the blue wall back there. And you undercut this ball, and it's a pop up almost, you know, to the catcher, maybe the first baseman. You got to track that ball. You got to see it deep. You got to let it travel, right? And think about getting that knob through early and shooting it to right field. Look at the knob right here. All right, it looks decent here, here, and then this clip right here. It's a little blurry. It's hard to see, but your wrists are almost broken, and this knob is literally pointing. I'll draw on it and show you. This knob is pointing this way to the wall. Okay. If we're doing it correctly, that knob is going to finish its path and attack the ball this way before finishing up and out, getting through the baseball. So finish on a better note here. The second swing, I think there are some good things here. You lifting this ball out to the right center gap. If we could drive it here, cut it in half, not drop our hands so much and drive it, that's probably a base hit to right field. Going back to the document here, the 4 Twitter videos I have. One is Nolan Arenado, Dansby Swanson, a good drill I want to show you that we talked about, and then Kyle Lewis. Here we go. This is a drill that Nolan Arenado is doing that I've showed you before. I think it was in the last video as well, but I can't stress enough how important this is, especially with your question about how to hit the outer half pitches, right? How to go the other way, how to hit oppo. You have to keep the head movement to a minimum. You have to see the pitch, make the point of contact into the barrel. That last, 12 inch we talk about of movement really gets you. Look at him practicing finishing on his back shoulder with his head, not concerned about where the ball is going. Watch one more time. Starts on the front shoulder here, tracks the pitch in all the way, sees it deep, point of contact, and finishes on the back shoulder. Really good stuff. Here is Dansby Swanson working on the same exact thing, seeing it deep. Look at his eyes, tracking it all the way in, not doing too much, balanced, just flipping that outside pitch to right field. This is something we should definitely work on in the next session with you. Recognizing the outer half and flipping it out there. A drill that'll really help, especially with the bottom hand. We talked about it. I think it was the recommendation in the last video. Is a bottom hand isolated a drill with the mini bat, and here it is here. You see the T set up on the outer half, a little bit deeper, right? Not in front of the plate. And all he's doing is keeping his head down, finishing the path that bottom hand, and slapping the ball to right field. This is the exact movement that that bottom hand should be doing. The knob has to get through and shoot that ball off to the right center field gap. Here's a great in-game clip of Kyle Lewis, Rookie of the Year, recognizing that down and away outer half pitch, probably a slider maybe from a right-handed pitcher, seeing it deep, watch it get over the plate, and shooting it down the right field line. Look at his hands, throwing his hands at the first baseman, throwing his hands at the right fielder, staying balanced. On time for the fastball right here, seeing spin and shooting it to right field. Here is another view of the same swing, same pitch. Outer half, dipping down, balanced, shooting it off, flipping it to right field. So we talk about how to attack that outer half. This is how it's done. This is how you win the Rookie of the Year in the major leagues too. Balance, patience, minimal head movement, letting the hands work in that direction. Pretty good stuff. So talking about the outer half, talking about driving the ball to right center field and hitting off speed pitches from a right-handed pitcher, things you're going to see, right? We want to make sure all the stuff in blue, the keys. See the ball deep, let the ball travel, maintain that balance, don't end up on the front foot. Let the bottom hand work, let it finish, let it lead the way, get all the way out there. Don't put it away, don't be in a rush to put it away. And then throw your hands in that direction. Get the knob out there, guide it out there to right field. Focus on the Arenado drill, finishing with your head down, just like Swanson. Not too much. Stay balanced all the way into the barrel. See the point of contact. Flip it out to right field. The head down, one hand with the mini bat drill. We have one in the clinics. You know, we can let you use it next time if you want. Just bring it up and I'll get it out for you. And then try to model the outer half pitch and the oppo swing after the Kyle Lewis video. Any questions you have, please bring them into the next session or shoot me an email. I know you have my email address. I'd love to answer them, but I definitely think focusing on the outer half, driving the ball to the opposite field is really going to help you going forward. Any questions, let me know, and we'll keep working. Great job, buddy.